Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Happy Sunday. Welcome to another classic pay-per-view watch-along here on the channel tonight. ECW One Night Stand 2005, like I advertised earlier on this week. This is going to be a fun show because it's nuts. I haven't watched it in forever. We've been talking about it, kind of brainstorming and coming up with ideas in the past couple of podcasts and streams, talking about which watch-alongs to do, and I think this one would be perfect. It's been a long time since I've seen this one, but it remains one of my favorite WWE pay-per-views of all time, just because of how great they did at really recreating and replicating the old ECW vibe and feel. It's pretty amazing how badly they would fuck up the resurrection of ECW after they started off so great here and even followed up pretty well next year with the big RVD and John Cena match. But overall, the entire idea and concept of relaunching WWE or ECW under WWE was a complete failure, with the exception of this really, really awesome show. So it's what's cool about this is it was Joey Styles on commentary. A lot of ECW originals and some of the matches that made some of their pay-per-views famous were kind of recreated here, and it's just a really fun kind of overall show. And it ain't for the weak of heart. So if you got grandparents or young children around, please invite them to stay, because it's going to be a lot of fun and wholesome family blood and guts entertainment right ahead of AEW's big blood and guts pay-per-view. I'm sorry, Dynamite on Wednesday. So figured we'd stick with the theme here and get nasty. So this should be a fun one. We'll just shoot the shit a little bit, answer a couple of questions and super chats in the chat, wait about 5 minutes, and then we'll go with the watch along here. Same deal as always for those of you that have been doing this with us for the past few weeks. We've done, I guess, 5 or 6 of these now. And it's going to become a, regular occurrence here. Get a couple of these a month at least from me. And all you got to do is just set your Peacock up and get the pay-per-view pulled up, and we're all going to hit play together and just follow along with the timer above my head. If you get buffered or you get paused or canceled or anything like that for any reason, all you got to do is just match up Peacock with the timer above my head. Unfortunately, we are using Peacock, so if you're watching anywhere else in the world, it might be a little bit different. It might not sync up perfectly, but if you're on Peacock, you're good to go. Just keep an eye on the timer, and when it comes time, we'll hit play together and start the pay-per-view. So that's really the only instructions you really need to know for this type of thing. Otherwise, we're going to kick back and watch it together. And to talk about it, I'll try to share with you some memories, because I have a bunch. I ordered this on pay-per-view, and it was awesome. I have the original recorded from TV DVD in my DVD archives. I've got the actual DVD right there, along with the next year's One Night Stand and a couple of other ECW DVDs in the background there. So this was a fun time, and it was pretty amazing. Like, I wish they would have done this for Nitro. Wouldn't that have been cool? It's kind of late to do it now. We have a throwback SmackDown coming up this Friday. But, really, what are they going to really do there in the Thunderdome setting? But I wish they would have been able to do something similar to here with Nitro. I think that would have been really cool, especially around the same time when a lot of people in WCW were still around, still available, could have made the show. I wish they would have kind of set up that old Nitro set with the old opening and the theme. It would have been fun, but at least we got this. This was pretty badass. It was in the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is great. I mean, maybe it would have been better in the ECW arena, but this ballroom is a fantastic facility for wrestling. It looks great on camera, and it's such an intimate, small setting. It worked out perfect, and it was a blast. So I haven't seen the show, like I said, in a long time. I remember like the main event with Dudley's, and I think it's Cactus and Terry, and a lot of flaming tables, or maybe Tommy Dreamers in that. I forget. It's Jericho. Is it Jericho and Eddie? There's Jericho and Storm, Chris and Eddie, I think, wrestle. We got Masado, Tanaka, and Mike Awesome, and some other shit, too. And I think Mick Foley joins Joey Styles on commentary. Now, if my memory serves, I'm not 100% sure, you ECW history buffs can help me out here. I'm pretty sure the night before this show, or the 2 nights before it, they did like an ECW reunion that I think was organized by Shane Douglas. It was called Hardcore Heaven. I have that DVD as well. I should have put that up. It's up there somewhere on the shelf. And basically, it was like their answer to what WWE was doing because of some controversy there. Some people weren't contacted to do the show or whatever. Joey Styles did both. And I remember he kind of came out in the beginning of both. He did Hardcore Heaven and did the "Oh my God" in the ring, and he did the same thing here. So they kind of like one-upped WWE a little bit here and got the jump on them on the reunion show with all the ECW originals, but they weren't able to use the ECW name. They don't own it. So WWE was able to do it, more authentically with Heyman, with the old set, with the old music, the letters, the trademarks, all that stuff. And they were a little bit more handicapped, I think, on the other version. But it is worth a watch if you guys have seen it or remember it. I barely remember anything about it, but I do own the DVD. And I remember it was right before this because I remember reading it on the internet and stuff. Or on the interwebs. back in the day. So either way, it's going to be fun. I got to answer some super chats here and say hello to you guys. Sure, they could. They could never do a retro Nitro without Sting. I think they could. Sting would help, but I think it could definitely be done without him. I think there was enough players there where, Sting wouldn't kibosh the whole thing. I don't think he's a make or break type of guy, but yeah, having him there, who knows? Maybe they would have been able to bring him in. They could have just called him up and said, "Hey, just come in and do this show. We'll pay you. Don't you want to be a part of the?" Sting might have actually been open to doing that. And then maybe from there they can get him in and maybe get him there more permanently if they would have decided to do something. It might have brought him into the company a little bit earlier so he could see how they operated, and any reservations he had about joining them, maybe they would be squashed if he came in and did a one-night Nitro deal. Who knows? But I wish they would have tried. Oh, Barry, you got a $2 in right away. WWE is the kind of guy to have 4 one-night stands. That's true. Oh, my God. They're so gross. George Morris, appreciate 5 from you. Glad to see you. Happy you're here. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? I just watched Tamina Snuka's interview on Talking Smack. I can't believe she's 43 years old and smoking hot. What do you think? I wasn't aware that Tamina was 43. I knew she wasn't a spring chicken and she wasn't in her 20s. But that girl's my age. That's crazy. I didn't realize she was that old. I like Tamina. Wish they would have always done more with her. But she's been there so long now. I don't know, what's really in the cards for her, especially at age 43. But I like me some Tamina. She's awesome. Good to see you. Raymond and Dre L is here. Jet the Hog, K-Dog's Kennel. Melissa is here. Can't wait for the watch-along. I can't wait for this either. I've been waiting for this all week. This is going to be fun, and it's going to be crazy. Raymond Frand is in the house. Justin Kongalong, that's what I like to call you anyway, is here. David Brown, and we've got Joseph David. Who else? Ben, Slim Jim, Daz, Daniel Rodriguez, right on. Ryan Rhoda, we ain't playing games. All right, well, let's kind of get... Yes, Slim Jim, by the way, this is on Peacock. That's where we are watching it. You're welcome to watch it anywhere you want, but if you want to follow along perfectly, second by second, it's going to be Peacock. But things are a little bit different now with Peacock being here and, networks still being around, I think, in other parts of the world. So it's not going to be perfect, but we've managed so far. The watch-alongs have been fun. They've got good viewership. Hopefully we'll have a decent audience in here today. We'll watch this crazy one. And we'll have some fun. What's going on, Charlie? And what's going on, Supachai Bibun? Oh, you're Sam, I think. How you doing? All right, well, I'm going to queue up my Peacock here. Queue up the Peacock. All right, so basically what you want to do, I've got, the premium tier on Peacock, so I don't see any ads or any bullshit like that. If you do, like I said, just follow along. If you get stuck in an ad and you fall behind, just pause me and match up your timer. Do whatever you have to do to keep the timer above my head matched with yours, and we should be fine. And other than that, you might have to sit through a couple of ads at the beginning here. Basically, you just want your timer at all zeros. We'll hit play together, and the timer above my head will start moving. That's all you got to know. So get your fingers ready. I'm going to take another sip of beer and to get my stuff in order. I've got some treats that I'm going to try. I've got infused gushers. Now, these are adult gushers, if you know what I mean. So we'll try these out. A little free gift with my delivery today. Figure it was perfect for a pay-per-view like this. I might need it. So got my snacks. Got my Peacock pulled up. I love saying Peacock. It's just really fun. And now the only challenging part for me is I got to double mouse this because I'm using 2 computers. 1 mouse for the timer, 1 mouse for the cock. All right. I am queued up and ready. Hopefully you guys are as well. We're going to do a countdown from 3 once we all get our fingers on the triggers here. And we'll go 3, 2, 1, play. All right. I am on play here, and I am on my timer here. All right. You ready to rock? We're going to do it now. Here we go. Countdown to 3. 3, 2, 1, play. I was like 1 second off on that, but I think it's okay. Just barely. All right, we're good. They got the little warning screen coming up. Oh, wow, I forgot about that old WWE Network. Ooh.
Language, adult themes, violence, and may not be suitable for viewers under 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. You can activate parental controls from any device by going to account settings.
I can't read the rest. Y'all hear that? Parental controls. All right, here we go. Live from the ballroom. Loud ECW. Look at that crowd. They're nuts. Oh, that guy's handsome. I would have loved to have been there. And I've been to some cool shows, but if I had to pick one, this would be the one. Maybe even more so than the next year. That was Joey. I thought it was Heyman coming out. I love the ECW theme music. It's so badass. It's timeless. It's still awesome. Look at Joey Styles' face. He's such a prick. He's such a good little one-man announcer, but sometimes I want to slap him. That crowd. Unreal. Like, for a fan, I bought a lot of ECW pay-per-views back in the day to see this type of thing. It was like, for a fan, it was awesome. I can only imagine the talent. We got all the normal guys. We got Vlad there in the front row, the dude with the hair. I don't know if Hat Guy's there. Kids in the fucking audience. It's great. Yeah, Joey's happy to be there. Joey. Yeah, he did the same thing the previous night at Hardcore Heaven. Or Hardcore Homecoming, I think is what I meant to say. Now, if memory serves, Styles wasn't there yet working in the company. They brought him in after this, right? So this is kind of his first time on WWE TV, I'm pretty sure. It's so weird on Peacock. I keep looking for the volume. It's up at the top. That's frustrating. There we go. It's not where the volume goes. Stupid ass Peacock. Look at a young Mick looking great in that cactus shirt. Any y'all ever been to the Ballroom Hammerstein? What's it like, man? Is it in a skyscraper? Is it like multiple floors up like the Manhattan Center? Or is it just a standalone building? Y'all New York City people, help me out. I'm a SoCal boy. I don't know dick about the big city. Good evening, Joe. Good to see you. Nate, I think I got you, but if not, hello again. All right, looks like we're going to our first ad. Oh, no, we're going to the intro. It gives you the option to skip the intro. Nobody do that. I'm going to turn it down just so the mic doesn't pick up this song. By the way, I apologize for yesterday's podcast. I didn't realize that I had my mic way too loud. There's a little bit of feedback. It kind of annoyed me. I fixed that problem. Next week we'll be back to normal. That power outage screwed everything up last week. Messed up my settings, deleted my notes, so I'm kind of reconfiguring, but sorry if I had a loud, obnoxious voice yesterday and you could hear me breathing and stuff. It's because the mic was too loud. My bad. Fucking amateur, Greg. All right, here we go. Oh, they're letting the bodies hit the floor for this one? I didn't know that. What is this, SummerSlam 2001? I don't know why I thought Heyman opened the show. He comes out later and does the whole Triple H doesn't work Tuesday shit, I guess, right? Look at Dawn Marie and Lance. Somebody tweet Lance Storm. Tell him we're watching him right now. So Dawn Marie, by this point, was she still with WWE? Or had she been gone and they just brought her back for this? Barry, help me out. What's her deal? I don't remember much about her after the Al Wilson shit. Dawn Marie was hot, though. I like the trio. Lance and Dawn Marie was good, and even with Just Incredible with them, they were a good-looking group. Yeah, the Impact players. Look at Dawn Marie. She's ridiculous. Joel Gertner. I forgot about him. Oh, Dawn was pregnant during the show. I remember she did get pregnant. Thank you for that, Barry. I knew there's a pregnancy involved in there somewhere, but... Yeah, what did Lance do after this? Did he wrestle anymore? Young Jericho. I love that he was Lionheart. And he's even wearing the old gear. So cool. But he's still coming out to the Lionheart, or to Y2J music. They should have had him at least come out to his WCW theme, or whatever the hell he came out to in ECW. Callum, really? You've never watched this show from start to finish? Wow. I was so impressed with the show when it happened. I think I watched it a few times in the following years, but it's probably been a good 10, at least I would think, since I popped this sucker in. We're coming up on the 16-year anniversary of the show next month. Now, one thing, too, with this ring, I don't think that's an original ECW ring. That looks to me like a WWE ring, because those appear to be ropes, not cables. And they just put an ECW logo on one of their own mats, and they changed the turnbuckle pads. But they did a pretty good job of replicating the ring. And I don't know if ECW did, because WCW, I think, was 2 foot smaller ring. I think WWE was 20 by 20. And WCW might have been a bit smaller, and ECW, I don't remember. I want to say they're smaller too. Damn. Yeah, bow and arrow. Hell, Jericho was just a month or so away from leaving too, right? He just worked SummerSlam with Cena and he'd be gone. Or I guess the next night he would be gone. The thrill seekers. They can only seek half the amount of thrills. Oh, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Yeah, I'd like to see you do a Smoky Mountain tribute show and have the thrill seekers actually work a match. Like with jean jackets and everything. Oh, Joey's claiming they made him use mats. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you, man. K-Dog's Kennels in the house. That's good. Yeah, ECW was probably a 2 foot smaller ring. So what I'm guessing, I think WCW's was the same. Yes, of course, Charlie, I like RVD. I fucking love RVD. As a matter of fact, you're going to see RVD a couple of times throughout the stream while I take a break. My biggest regret is that he was injured for this show. Now, the next year, he'd have a pretty big night, but would have been really cool to get him and Jerry Lynn on this pay-per-view. How awesome would that have been? That's still my favorite ECW match of all time, is RVD and Lynn. And probably in my top 20 favorite ever. We talked. There's Mark Eaton, WWE's own timekeeper guys out there with. I mean, apparently, word is Paul Heyman was given full control of the show, but I see George taking pictures on the outside. I forget who the referee is. Damn, Lance. What's up, Annetto Jack? I'm doing great. Thanks for being here. For those just joining, we're watching ECW One Night Stand on the Peacock. Pull it up, match your timer with mine, follow along. There's Tie-Dye Guy a few rows back. I've met him a couple times at shows. I've met him and Vlad. Oof. I like that replay camera angle. I don't remember that from the pay-per-view. And Sugiri. Thank you for that, Mick. You're a regular fucking Gordon Soley. Chris Candido chant. Anniversary of his death was just last week. I love the Chris Candido chant. That's awesome. He had just died. That's right. I think they do a tribute for him on this. That's right. He had just fucking passed away. A couple weeks before. Oh my, holy shit. Yeah, so this probably would have been a month and a half or a month after Chris's death. Holy shit. Would have been cool to see him on this. Wow. Oh. Super kick. Now, these guys never had a match in ECW, but it's still cool that they're having a match now. At least I don't think they did. I don't think they were there together. Mm. Mm. I don't know, Raymond, if I'll ever watch an old TNA pay-per-view. Maybe. I never really watched many of them to begin with. There's only a couple that I've seen. Might be fun, though. But where would I watch that? It would be hard. We'd have to all find it somewhere. We'd all have access. I'm just assuming that most people have Peacock. TNA watch-along would probably be harder. It's a matter of us all being able to watch along together. So we're probably going to have to stick with just stuff that's available on Peacock, which there's plenty. We can do a watch-along every day for the rest of our lives. I can be 90 up here. We're going to do a watch-along of WrestleMania 64. Oh, Lion Salt. Oh, countered and double counter. Going for the walls. He's tapping, and Don Marie's making out with a referee. Who is that? Oh, yes, Jason and Just Incredible are both there. I love it. Oh, there's a kendo stick there coming. Oh! I forgot that Lance went over. Damn, Jericho ate that kendo stick hard, too. Jesus. That's awesome. That's cool. God. I love they call it the Singapore cane. No, never been to an ECW show. Could have. Philly was accessible to me at the time where I lived. Went there for WrestleMania 15, but never went to an ECW show anywhere. I was going to so many shows, I couldn't have gone to any more. Plus, WWE was so hot. Like, that was a place to be. As much as I loved ECW, if I had a choice at that time to go to a Raw or pay-per-view or an ECW show, I probably would have picked WWE, but I still would have liked to go for the experience. That's cool. Fans are giving Jericho love. Probably nice that Vince isn't in their ear, being a maniac. Right on, Charlie. You're having KFC today. Extra crispy, I hope. Damn. That's all they had Pitbull do was just this, huh? Oh, yeah, this is cool. I'm trying to think, by 2005, so many more have passed since then, like Balls Mahoney and other guys. Yeah, even both Public Enemies are gone. God, Rocco Rock died in 2002. My God. I forgot when Grunge died. Terry Gordy. Yeah. Crash Holly had just died. Oh, the original Sheik died in 03? Huh. Guess I thought it was before. Oh, yeah. I forgot about him. Yeah, Pitbull. Got a lot of them in 03, man. 03 was a rough year. Rough year. That was a terrible year. Half these fuckers died. God, wrestling's so awful. And there's Chris Candido. That top rope powerbomb that he used was crazy. God, it's bizarre that he's dead. Still weird. I like that WWE kept with the simplistic editing. Like, there was nothing special there that wasn't so WWE'd up. You know, it was very simple. I just like kind of the banner behind Mick and Joey Styles doing the commentary. Like, you can't imagine WWE being able to stop themselves now from just overproducing everything. The fact that they actually allowed this to be not overly complicated. James Mitchell. And there's Mickey Shitbrick, or Bobby Heenan would always have a different name for him every time when he got to WCW. To Jerry and Wick. This fucking music they're playing, man. Sinister Minister. This music is terrible. Oh, this must be the FBI, I think, right? Oh, Tracy Smothers. He's another one that's no longer here. Tony Mama Luke. And I forgot the one that was with him in ECW, Sally Graziano or whatever, that big ass guy. FBI, my God. Tracy Smothers, full-blooded Italian. I'm from Rome, Tennessee. Innuendo being improperly used way back in 2005. That would tend to be a theme in wrestling. They said innuendo on the fucking Brian Pillman Dark Side of the Ring today that I watched, by the way. That's gnarly. Part 1. It's available on YouTube right now. Couple of things I wasn't aware of, and boy, did Melanie. She looked a mess. And Brian's daughter didn't have too many nice things to say about her. She's missing a tooth. She just looks like she's been doing crack for the past 20 years. It's sad, man. Super crazy. He had some crazy matches in ECW. All these guys were in WWE. Except for, I guess, Mama Luke, I guess. That's right. Mick and Whipwreck were champs. That's awesome. Mikey Whipwreck holds a victory over Steve Austin on ECW. They made a big deal about that. Really put Whipwreck over. Probably helped get him that contract with WCW because by then Austin had gotten so big in WWE. WCW's like, let's just sign the guy that beat him. It's like, have you ever seen the movie Great White Hype with Samuel L. Jackson and Damon Wayans? And he's an undefeated boxer, and they just go find the guy that beat him as an amateur, but he sucks, you know? I just watched that movie recently with my girlfriend because I was curious if she would fall for the work, and she did. She thought Terry Conklin was going to win. Oof. Yeah, that's good. Mick is good. It's a drop kick right to the face. Mick called that perfectly. Tajiri got so much better when he switched to the ring gear because he used to just be a straight up wrestler in like blue short trunks and boots and stuff, and he didn't have a whole lot to him. He changed so dramatically when he started wearing the longer stuff and you saw more of the mist and all that. Tajiri was so good. Jesus, they got that table out there. Oof. I don't know, Callum. Is this the show with Ray versus Sabu? Did Mysterio face Sabu? That's got to be the following year. I don't think it was here. I could be wrong, though. I don't remember. It's got to be 06. That doesn't ring a bell. I don't even remember that match happening. I guess it did. It's got to be 06. Oh, Jesus. He's on the balcony. He's up by the speaker. Oh, backflip. It's like a floating, beautiful moonsault. Oh, I want one of those chairs. So bad. Is there ECW one-night stand chairs on eBay? If they're less than 100, I'll buy one. But they're probably way more than 100. Was he going for the tarantula? Tarantula. Crowd didn't even mark out for it. Probably because WWE overdid it. First time I saw the tarantula, I was like, that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. I love that they count in Spanish. Mm. Fucking Freddie Joe Floyd out there getting it on. I love his gloves. There's the mist. That was a terrible. I guess that was a apparent attempted low blow by Sinister Minister. There's Tracy Smothers. Oh, super kick to the neck. Oh, Lord. Oh. They should have done something. It would have been fun with Mikey Whipwreck and Steve. They were both there. Would have been cool if Austin like got revenge or something for that loss. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking there's a tag team match. It's a three-way dance. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching here. And it's Eliminator? I was about to say, who's Nunzio's partner? I had no idea what the fuck I was watching. These guys had some matches in WWE, I'm sure of it, right? I can't remember now. Super Crazy originally had a mask or no? They unmasked everybody. They unmasked Psychosis, Juventud. I kind of forgot who had masks and who didn't. Actually, I don't think Super Crazy had a mask. I kind of remember him without it, but... Oh. Don Tony's sign in the front row. I go way back with him. I've known him probably since like 98, something like that. The crowd would not let you fuck up anything. ECW is such a goofy ass fan base. Up and Super Crazy wins. They almost like enjoyed when you fucked up, just so they could say you fucked up. It wasn't even a bad thing. They wouldn't think any less of you. They were just happy that you fucked up so they could scream you fucked up. Which is fucked up, but kind of funny at the same time. Really great, shitty, dubbed music that you got there. I hate it. Thank you for that, Ben. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, if you're just joining us, we just wrapped up the triple threat with Super Crazy beating Tajiri and Mikey Shipbrick. And we're about 30 minutes in. Pull up your cock. Pull up ECW. Follow along with us. It's a hoot. Conor McGregor forgot to like. Well, I'm just going to have to block you. That was a big night when Shane threw the belt down. Yeah, that was 94, the night the line was crossed. Whew. I loved Mike Awesome. Freakishly good and big. I said a couple weeks ago I'd like to see Mike Awesome versus Walter. Can't even imagine. All right, let's try some of these gushers. Gushers. God, the Sandman. I can't believe they brought him in. This dude got a contract in WCW and WWE. Sandman was not one of my favorites. I didn't have a ton of respect for him. I liked the Metallica thing and the smashing the beer in your head and everything, but The dude was not much of a wrestler, and he seemed like a complete crackhead. Did he not? Like, he's somebody I'd expect walking down Skid Row, on the side of the road in a tent, smoking crack. But here he is with a contract. All right, let's eat one of these gushers. Oh, not bad. That shit on Tommy, when they caned him, that made him. He wasn't even over until that happened. I'm glad I was not at that show with chairs flying in there. Fucking Dairy Funk. Huh. I like that he called out Ricky Steamboat, his former tag team partner. Assholes. Sonic, these are adult gushers. So they're a little different. They're not as gnarly as most edibles, but they're not that pleasant to eat. These ain't your daddy's gushers. That's for sure. The ring collapse. I love that. I would have liked to be that show, too. Who's this? Oh, Psychosis. Extreme Lucha match, right on. I'm glad they got the mask back on Psychosis. Because when he was in WWE, when they were coming out in the lawnmowers and shit, like, then his mask was off, right? I really liked Psychosis's music in WCW. I liked all of the Mexican wrestlers. Oh, he took the mask off. Shit. I liked all the Mexican wrestlers' music in WCW. It fit them. I don't know why. I like Mysterios. I like Eddie's. I like Chavos. I liked Psychosis. I like Juventudes. They were all good. Oh, Lord. I forgot about this theme of Ray's. I didn't like this one. No, Mick. Mick asked if that's the first time we've seen Psychosis in North America. Dude, he was on WWE SmackDown for a couple of years. Yeah, him and Juventude I wish would have never lost some masks. And Ray, technically. But Ray had already put his back on by this point. Did they give us a Psychosis Ray match in WWE? I kind of wish you would have kept the junior. I still like same thing with WWE and WWF. Every now and then, I'll just randomly say WWF, like out of the blue. It's still programmed in me, and every now and then I know I've said it in podcasts. I've said Rey Mysterio Jr. a few times, even as recent as like last year. Probably it's like every now and then there's like still some leftover programming from before that sometimes comes out. Wow. Ray. Yeah, San Diego. Yes. And just in a couple of months, he'd be fighting for his life for the custody of Dominic at SummerSlam. Yeah, we get Eddie and Benoit on this show, don't we? What are they saying? Put your mask on? That's mean. I remember when Ray unmasked in WCW because it was like in a match with Kevin Nash, and he took it off and he goes, put it back on, and Kevin Nash told him to put it back on, which is ludicrous because Ray's a good-looking guy. He ain't a Bow Wow, you know? Man, front row tickets to this would have been fucking sweet. Yeah, he doesn't even look like the same guy to me. I just miss the psychosis of WCW days. I know I'm waiting for Joey Styles' legendary call on Mike Awesome, which somebody reminded me about last week. Isn't Rikishi training Bow Wow? I don't know. Oh my God. I mean, Ray was waiting for him, planking pretty hard there, but oof. Almost looked like Ray smacked his face coming back around the other side. Ouch. It does make you angry. Oh, God, he did nail him good. Jesus. Still to this day, the worst thing I've ever seen Ray take is that baseball bat swing on the stretcher from Big Show. I don't know how he even survived that. It's the gnarliest thing I've ever seen to this day. Like, oh my God, he just fell flat face first. Oh. Couldn't even break his fall with his hands because they were tied down. Just, oh my God. It almost looked fake. It was just so crazy. Oh, wow. That was like a super X Factor, but Psychosis kicks out. Will Phoenix overtake Ray as the best lucha of all time? Absolutely not. Ray Phoenix is awesome. He's the best modern day lucha easily. He's great, but accomplishment wise and career, there ain't no touching Ray. This guy's won world championships at WrestleMania. You can't really top that. Plus, without Ray, there might not be a Phoenix, which is even more. Oh, those are the coolest fucking chairs. Let's look it up on eBay right now. eBay, I've got your tab saved. ECW One Night Stand 2005 chair. No, there's one from the next year. There's an 06 for $250. Oh, Ray wins. No, 05. 250 might be a bit high. Well, maybe free shipping, but no 05 chair. But there is an 06 one. Or a buy it now, I believe. Oh, no. 150 shipping, too. Yeah, nope, not worth it. All right, Ray defeats Psychosis. Not a big surprise there. Oh, there's Angle and JBL. He's got a ticket. Wow, an SCScoops.com sign. That's unbelievable. I think they follow me. I'm not sure. SC Scoops. They might. Orlando Jordan. I forgot about him. Kane Bischoff. That's awesome. The Bashams. Is that Matt Morgan? My brother? You sucked. Jesus, this crowd. Orlando's like, yeah, so? Fuck you guys. Angle's got his water. Where's your beer, Kurt? Carlito is there too, I think I see. The fans are going nuts. They can't even get to him. I'm curious to know how small that building is, man. I like Angle's there all by himself. Fuck you, SmackDown. That's funny. This is a pretty fucked up moment for JBL. One of the reasons why I think he's a fucking piece of shit for what he did to Blue Meanie in this. He's blocked me on Twitter because I told him he's a fucking piece of shit. And the reason I told him he's a fucking piece of shit, because he is a fucking piece of shit. I wouldn't tell somebody who's not a piece of shit that they're a piece of shit. You have to be a piece of shit for me to tell you you're a piece of shit, and JBL is a piece of fucking shit. Which is why I told him he's a piece of shit. Do I need to re-explain that, or you guys got it? Because I can go through the piece of shit process in my head if you would like. Just let me know. I'm here to help. That's one of the shows I would like to go to, like back in those days. Well, I'm glad they didn't carry on that stuttering shit in WWE for too long. God, the Dudleys, man. Is Beulah here on this show? I think she's around. Is she out there later with Tommy Dreamer? I think so. I always liked Beulah. I thought she was awesome. Can't believe she never got in WCW or WWE. And Bill Alfonso. Now, Alfonso was a ref in WWE in like the 90s, early 90s before ECW. Monday Night Quill. Where the big boys play with each other. I'm Eric Bischoff, and he's got Bongo with him instead of Mongo. That was funny stuff. Yeah, we didn't get Raven on the show either, did we? But I think he might have worked the Homecoming show before. Oh, yeah, why did I think Foley and it's... Yeah, why did I think Funk was involved in this? It's Dreamer and Sandman against the Dudleys in the main event. God, when Lawler got there, that was so crazy. Oh, God, the Sabu broken neck. I forgot about that. He might have been the ref during Taker and Gonzalez. He was there in 93, so it makes sense. It's still Monday Night Quill. That's true. It's Monday Night Quill now. What's so great about Alfonso is he kind of seems like a crackhead too. Like him and Sandman both seem like complete total meth addicts to me. Like meth for breakfast, meth for lunch, meth for dinner, meth for midday snack. and a little crack for dessert before bed. It's kind of like they both are just seem like that. Oh, Raven was in TNA around this time. That's right. That's right, because TNA was around, so that's why Douglas and Raven and a couple other guys weren't around. Thank you for that. Oh. Remember they had Kimono was there too in ECW. I remember that. Yeah, Shane Douglas, when he was the champ in ECW, he was almost like, he felt a lot like Triple H. It was real similar. Hey, they got their old ECW title was like the Winged Eagle design. And the tag belts in ECW were the Intercontinental design. A lot of memories. Oh, no. I'm Joel. I have to keep from hurting her, gurting her. He's so fucking gross, this guy. Now, this fucker approaching JBL is pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, look at how pathetic he looks. Jesus. God, JBL. He's such a dick. Joey Styles, go up there and deal with him, please. Why no New Jack footage? I don't know. New Jack's nuts. They might not rather just ignore him. I don't blame them. Your mother taught me how. What does that mean, Kurt? It still doesn't disprove the chant. Actually, it proves it, doesn't it? Shut the fuck up. In like 2 years, you would be in ECW, Kurt. Or 1 year, excuse me. Yeah, kiss his ass. No thanks, Kurt. I'll be fine where I'm at. Thank you, though. I'm good right here. If y'all want to go kiss it, go for it. But I'm gonna stay here. Stay here with my beer. JBL. Now you talk about heat. If there's one fucker that could put a microphone in his hand in front of an ECW audience, it's that close. You know, for a piece of shit, he can cut a promo. At least I have to be honest with myself, you know? I don't like him, his face, or his cowboy hat, but he can cut a promo. He's a great heel. I'm a hardcore too. I'm more hardcore too. No, let me finish my Doritos. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, Callum, they did do Kurt dirty, but WWE's petty. And had he never left and gone to TNA, he would have been statued in WWE headquarters. But instead, because he did what he did, Vince is like, I'm just going to retire you the way I want. No, Angle is a wrestling god. You are kind of like a wrestling hemorrhoid. I don't know, JBL. If Bitcoin takes off, I will be at your level. It's because I'm here. He is such an asshole. Oh, Rob Van Dam. Oh, good. Glad you're here, Rob. Oh, whoops. RVD. Hobbling around on that leg. And Alfonso's with him. I love it. Baron Corbin is a living legend. When does Heyman come out and talk shit? Nobody can hear you, JBL, you red-faced drunk fuck. As George Carlin would say, why are you wearing a cowboy hat? It's not even Halloween. You don't see anybody walking around in a Viking outfit, do you? What are you, 5 years old? Take your cowboy hat off. You look stupid. JR is the only one's allowed to wear it. Everybody else is forbidden. Yeah, when wrestling had real heat, actual heat, this was the definition of that. I hate that RVD was injured. Thank you, Rob Van Dam. And you know in real life, Rob Van Dam probably can't stand JBL. I'm going to go get a beer. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. Stella. The Office might be blind to it, huh? I barely remember this promo. God, it sucks his knee was hurt, man. If RVD had the political mindset of a Shawn Michaels, he could have been Shawn Michaels. Like, for real. He could wrestle, he could talk, he could do all the shit Shawn could do. The whole effing show. I remember when the EC F and W t-shirts came out, how big they were, because the double meaning. It was very cool. Daddy. You couldn't make it 2 years, Rob? Psh. That was a great run. Boy, he came a nut hair away from losing that belt to Jerry Lynn, too. So close. Oh, yeah, Prime Riddle, Prime RVD. They can have $20 of mine for me to watch that match. They can have 50. It's a good promo by Rob. I've never watched it again. I didn't realize how good it was. He scripted nothing. Like, Rob wasn't a bad talker at all. He was a good talker, but he was never known for promos. It's pretty good. Oh, yeah, Sean was definitely jealous of Rob. Plus, Rob would fuck him up if they ever got in a real fight. Rob would kick his ass in seconds. HBK be crying. That would have been a great backstage fight story, Sean and Rob Van Dam. Could have been the best one of all. There's been some good ones. I know, Rob. Fucking knee surgery. Oh, Dr. Andrews. That's right, Birmingham. You didn't want to go on that anyway, Rob. I think if I was a wrestler and I cut really passionate promos, I'd spit a lot on the mic. And if you were using the mic after me, you wouldn't want to. Oh, no. Wow, what a bump by Rob Van Dam with that knee. I don't even remember Rob Van Dam. Who comes out and makes a save here? I don't even remember what the fuck happens. Holy shit. Oh, is this New Jack? I forgot who comes out. Oh, Sabu, that's right. God, Rhino was still in pretty good shape around this time. He had just got let go. I want to say it was this year. Something happened at WrestleMania with him and his wife, and he got let go. But they brought him back for this. Oh, look at there. Rhino and Sabu. That's right. He closed down the doors of ECW. He does. Did Mick just say that Rhino was training for this match? Didn't they just say it was an impromptu match? Oh. That's a chair shot. I love that particular way you can bump off the top rope if you're sitting on it. You can kind of roll off to the floor. It looks bad. Jesus, Sabu. Hey, Zane G, what's up, man? Appreciate the $10 from you. What's up, Mike Rourke? Call me a dumbass, but till this day, I still don't know what Heyman meant when he said Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays. Monday Night Raw is the A show. SmackDown is the B show. SmackDown back in those days was taped on Tuesdays, and I believe aired some other night. I don't know when it aired back then. I want to say probably Thursdays, but that's what that meant. Is that Raw was the A show, Raw was the #1 show, and Triple H didn't want to be on the other one because he was in the middle of his reign of terror. So that's what he meant by that. But Triple H is working Tuesdays now, ain't he? He's since gotten over that Tuesday phobia. Yeah, Tuesdays do kind of suck. It's just like if you're a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, which I haven't been in that situation since I've been in school, but I remember Tuesdays just had nothing to offer, and Wednesdays suck too. You know, Thursday you'd start getting excited for the weekend, but man, those first 3 days of the week. But now Mondays are always been my days off for the past 25 years, so I love Mondays. So back, yeah, okay, thanks for that, Ben. Back then it aired Thursdays. They've changed the night so many times. I know it's aired every night of the week other than weekends. It's definitely done Mondays. It's been done Tuesdays before. And I'm pretty sure it's done Wednesdays, and I know it's done Thursdays and Fridays. Jeez. I think Triple H doesn't care too much about Tuesdays now. He's probably cool with it. But back then, it was all about your spot on the card, and he was still right there in the thick of it, trying to be, you know, the #1 guy. He didn't want to work the B show. He wanted to be the champ on the A show. And he had the political stroke to make that happen. Hey, Dad, can I just be on this show? Sure, son. You want to bang my daughter while you're at it? I think I will. Okay, have at it. I think the conversation went something like that, probably. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like a diamond cutter on the chair. Who's this referee? Brad Maddox? Chad Maddox? Oh. I'm basically a combination of a slingshot, snake eyes. That's innovative. Oh, Chad Maddox got gored. Pee-wee. Is that his name? I know it was a Pee-wee Anderson in WCW. Oh, RVD. Holy shit. He's hobbling in there. Oh, he didn't even do it. I was about to say, he's not going to jump and kick, is he? Is this safe for him to be doing this? I'm worried about his knee. It's been surgically repaired. Bro, I guess he was like just not quite ready to be cleared, but could kind of do something physical. Oh, God. So am I, Joey Styles. I'm worried about your friend's knee, too. Rob, don't blow that knee out again. Kind of a big match you have next year. And I don't want you to miss it. Let's all keep our fingers crossed that Rob Van Dam doesn't further injure himself here and he's not able to make that match against Cena next year, because that would suck. If we do a watch-along next week of One Night Stand 2006 and then it's announced that RVD's missing the show, ugh. Who are they going to replace him with? Jeff Hardy? Oh, God. God damn. The table just exploded. I see no blood, so I guess we're all alive here. That's the end of that. ECW, where you can bring your mom in the ring and you won't be DQ'd. Just bring whatever you want. Anything goes. Well, at least this is Sabu's actual music. This doesn't sound edited. So cool. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. I'll take a gusher for the road. Don't go anywhere. All right. Ugh. I am back. Yeah, actually, Ben Espinita, I have a review of TNA Turning Point 2005, don't I? Or no, that's something else. Never mind. No, I don't. It's Unbreakable. But I've got a match with Sabu and Abyss in it somewhere on some review I did for Barry. Oh my God, Al Snow and Head. Where's your Job Squad shirt? Oh, and they're cutting a commercial. Yeah. Hush. Oh yeah, Ryan, I forgot about that. So the reason I completely forgot how that happened. So Rob Van Dam got that title shot the following year because he won Money in the Bank. I forgot. That's right. So yeah, if he did get injured, who would have won at 22? I don't even remember who was in it. I suppose Edge again. Since he did have a taste of the title at the in January. Jesus. That was one of my favorites where Bam Bam and went through the stage. Him and Taz went through the ring once too. Oh, there's a ballroom right there. That's so cool. These are very like ECW. They got ECW vibe to these editing packages here. They're done much in the same way. The editing was done in ECW. Taz and Sabu. Taz was extremely over with the smart wrestling fan, the cult like fans. They kind of saw through Goldberg and stuff. They thought he was just the toughest. Oh, here they come. Here. Oh, I forgot Raw is here too. That's right. Bischoff. Who's he got? Edge. Christian's with him. Oh my God, this was. You talk about a perfect time for Edge to be here too, because this was right at the same time. This was all that shit was going on, like right at this time, with Matt Hardy and Lita and Edge. Matt, I think at the time was on the outs at this point, and then he'd be brought back by SummerSlam. Do they go up there to the same balconies? Oh, no, they're on the bottom one. Regal is there. Snitsky. God, he's a weirdo. Who else did I see? Do they go hang with the SmackDown guys? They're all up there together? Oh, my God. Tomko. The coach, I think I see. Rob Conway. And correct me if I'm wrong, confirmation, yes or no, is that Maven? Certainly it's not Maven. Looked like him. He was gone by this point, wasn't he? If I see Maven, I'm going to shit a brick. It is Maven. Maven was still there in 2005? Oh, man, this is Benoit and Eddie. Would have been cool if Benoit would have worn the old black vest, like how Jericho wore his Lionheart. I can't remember the dates of the. Oh yeah, it was about 2 years to the day that all that shit would happen. I think that happened late June, like 25th, 26th of June of 07. So he was literally 2 years away from hell. Maven, look at Maven. Oh, Sylvain Grenier is there too. Yeah, he's probably up there somewhere. Boy, that's some beef up there. Y'all are testing the weight limits of that balcony. I remember when I was in high school back in North Carolina, there used to be this deal called Junior Senior Weekend, and you go to the beach, and everybody just go there and just buy and rent a house and pack gobs of people in there and get drunk. And how parents were cool with this, I don't know. I went twice, and there was one year, it was my senior year, where the balcony at one of the houses just collapsed with all my friends on it. Nobody even got hurt. Like one guy cut his arm. Like everybody else, there was a lot of girls on it too, and everybody just landed to the ground and was like, okay. So every time I see a group of people like on a ledge like that, I'm like, is that okay? Yeah, he's heel Eddie. Bastard's about to go after Dominic. We are less than 6 months away from Eddie's passing. He'd be dead in November, and it's June. Well, this is a fucking eerie match to watch, isn't it? Both dead. Both under completely different circumstances. One beloved, one disgraced. At one time, both beloved. Part of it, it's like it's half cool to see a match like this and half a really, really, really painful reminder. It's like I don't know what I'm supposed to feel. All right, here we go. Wish I could show you guys my cats sleeping next to each other right now. Hilarious. They're touching. Crazies. Yeah, we did not get it in ECW. Yeah, a lot of these guys back in those days too, they passed through. It was super quick. Like Benoit, Malenko, Eddie, and Jericho, they were like in real fast. They weren't there a ton of time. Ray was there for a minute. So was Psychosis. Austin was there, of course, for a minute. Foley, Pillman, all those guys. It was like basically like it was like the corridor between WWE and WCW. You had to pass through that first, you know. So many guys did it. And it went the other way too. What are they saying? He's got herpes? He's got to be talking to somebody in the balcony. Eddie and Benoit do not have herpes. Probably talking about Edge. Eddie might be bleeding. Oh, yeah, I think he caught a shot in the bridge of the nose. Damn, Chris, take it easy, man. That's your friend, yo. HTK, yes, I did. I watched the Brian Pillman episode right before we went live here. I just saw it. And there's a couple things I wasn't aware of. There's a discrepancy in the Dark Side of the Ring. The part 2 is coming up on Vice this Thursday, I believe. There's a discrepancy in there because the Brian Pillman DVD, the documentary WWE did back in 2005, or whenever that was, Melanie was on there too, and she was much better. She seemed to be much more together back in 2005, where in this thing, she looked like a complete drug addict, missing a tooth, the very definition of white trash. It just did not look good. But back in that 2005 DVD, she seemed to have it together, and she alluded to the fact that Rochelle's daughter and her were, like, cool. Like, she had kind of adopted her and become her mother because of the guilt, how she felt like, you know, or whatever, and that's not what's going on. Like, the daughter hates her. So, I don't know. It's a disturbing story, and it ain't going to get any better in part 2. So, yeah, I watched it, and it's ugly. I mean, I knew 90% of it, but they hit me with a couple of facts that I had no idea about. I knew about the other daughter. I knew he had a bunch of kids with all different moms. I knew all that. But there's a couple little facts in there that I was like, oh, man, I had no idea. That changes everything kind of thing. So, yeah, the sneak peek of part 1 is available on YouTube right now if you want to check it out. It's not fun. And I watched it happen, unfold his death right there on the free-for-all of Bad Blood. I found out with everybody else at the same time. Yeah, Guerrero is bleeding. I don't recall who wins this, so that's kind of fun. Where were these guys? Barry? Where were they both on SmackDown at this time? I think they were. Had Benoit not, 2 years later, I think he was probably set to beat Punk for the title. You would think that Benoit would be a good name. They'd want that ECW title on at the time. I don't recall what the creative plans were, but I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like every time somebody dies, they're set to win the title. Benoit might have won the title from Punk. They say that Guerrero was going to win the world title back prior to his death, and Owen was going to win the Intercontinental title the night he died. So basically, if you're scheduled to win a title, watch your back. That's a bad joke, but you know what I mean. I can't tell. The crowd is half like kind of paying tribute to the match, but they're also preoccupied with the balcony up there. Did he just call him a little general? That's the name for my... Never mind. Damn, that's gotta hurt. I do like some of Joey Styles' calls because he would say like what a lot of us would say, like, holy shit, that's gotta hurt. You know, or that's not something you'd really hear coming out of Gordon Solie or Jim Ross's mouth, you know? And it certainly isn't something Kevin Dunn would want you to be saying on TV. But it's what the average person would say. If anybody's here who hasn't smashed the thumbs up button, you can do that if you want. I wouldn't hate you for it. God, superplex. That was just... what a thud. Now that I think about it, I've never in my life thought about this before. This has got to be the only wrestling pay-per-view with no championships decided. Right? Just kind of dawned on me now. Unless there's been another one tribute shit somewhere that I can't remember. Even in those early In Your Houses, there was always a belt defended on all those. So, yeah, this has got to be it. Definitely only WWE pay-per-view, I should say, with no titles defended. Actually, no. Maybe one of the Royal Rumbles. Like 89 Rumble, 90 Rumble. Those ones. They don't have championships on them. I don't even think there's a tag. Definitely not an 89. Definitely no IC match. All the champs are in the match. Okay, so they do exist. It's got to be the early Rumbles and Survivor Series. Okay. This isn't the first, but for a minute I thought it was. So I'd say the first 3 Survivor Series. Actually 4. And then after that, there was matches. And like the first 3 Rumbles. So I'd say this is the 8th pay-per-view with no championship matches on it. That's my guess. 89, 90, 91 had no titles on the line. 92, technically the title in the Rumble was on the line in the actual match. And the IC title was on the line, so that counts. First 3 Rumbles, first 4 Survivor Series up until 91. And this one. This match is a touch longer than I thought it was. I always kind of envision this in my head, like when I remember back to it as more of an exhibition than an actual match. But these guys are beating the shit out of each other. I miss those old turnbuckle pads. Man, AEW on the Jericho Cruise last year, they were throwing out turnbuckle pads at the end, and I was right there, and I could not get one. They were just peeling them off the ring, just throwing them out to the crowd. And I didn't get one. Very sad. Do TNA's weekly pay-per-views count? No. I'm disqualifying those, Barry, because I don't have any knowledge of them. But I guess technically you pay for it, and it is a wrestling show, so yeah, I suppose technically it can count. But I make the rules over here. And I'm saying it doesn't count. There's no way Eddie taps. An escape plan. Yeah, he's got a plan. He's writing it down. No, you got more choices than that, Joey Styles. You can roll out of it. You can reach the ropes. You can gouge his eyes out. Or you can tap out. Okay. Wow, Eddie tapped to Benoit. Interesting. That was a fun match to watch because I had no clue the finish. I did not remember. Oh, JBL's clapping. Oh, yeah, that's right. Him and Eddie have got history. For those just tuning in, we just wrapped up the very difficult Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero match to watch. Blood coming down Eddie's face right now. About an hour and a half in. Still got time to follow along on Peacock if you're just joining. Still got the main event and probably something else. There's a whole hour left in the show. All right, we faded away from that. This guy, how did he get into wrestling? He looks like the creepiest little fucker I've ever seen. Okay, help me out, guys. The jacket that Joel Gertner is wearing right now, tell me that's not the pants that Undertaker was wearing at Survivor Series 2000. Somebody Google it. Undertaker Kurt Angle Survivor Series 2000. Look at his pants and look at Gertner's jacket and tell me that ain't the same fucking pattern. Feels like it is to me. His furry ass neck brace. At least Bischoff's drinking a beer. Yeah, hold that, Joel Gertner. You can't fucking listen. Look at Regal's face in the background. He's got that smirk, or that look of disgust on his face that only Regal can do. Right? They are. I'm not crazy. Yes, I will definitely talk about the Randy Savage episode, which I believe is airing head-to-head with us. I think it's probably just wrapping up right now. I'll be checking that out. There's a chance I won't watch it until tomorrow night, but I might watch it tomorrow afternoon. We'll see. I'll be talking about it ASAP as soon as I see it. Scabs. Bischoff could cut a promo, too. Gertner's crying. Oh. They just brought poor Gertner in to abuse his ass and send him on his way. Look at the coach. God, Edge had so much heat. They didn't have the world anymore by this point, right? Oh, so that's where it is? Oh, it's at the Manhattan Center. It's all there? See, I don't know anything about New York City. I didn't know it was in the same place. In that same building, they got that Manhattan Center in there? They could have ran a double show. Oh, Mike Awesome. This is Mike Awesome and Masado Tanaka. They do okay in this match, but this one show that I don't forgot what match it was or what pay-per-view it was that they wrestled. It was the most brutal bumps I've ever seen. Tanaka takes some sort of top rope power bomb on the outside onto the unprotected concrete floor through the table head first, like straight down, not even like... I mean, I don't even know how they survived this. And the chair shots to the head. Masado Tanaka, from what I know, is still with us. Don't know the mental condition of him. But those matches might be up there with like just the most brutal, blunt force. How can somebody survive that type of shit matches I've ever seen to this day? Oh, there's Joey Styles talking mad shit about Mike Awesome. And they're all turning their backs. Like his mullet and everything. He looked like Eddie Money back in the day, but he was so good. This sounds like some bullshit music if I've ever heard it. No kidding, Callum. You don't get A&E in the UK, huh? There's got to be a way you can watch that. We can help you out somehow. The interwebs has got your back, Callum. We can figure something out. Okay. You know, I wish Joey Styles would just give us his real feelings. Oh, there's that top rope dive that only Awesome can do. It's a shame he didn't succeed at taking his own life. Isn't Joey Styles a Christian? Isn't that the shit that comes out of his dumb little nerdy mouth? He's going to say shit like that? Hypocritical dork. Oh, good. Yeah, watch wrestling. I see. I have an issue with SmackDown here. I'm on the West Coast in the States, and so I can't watch SmackDown until 8 p.m. local time. But by then, it's already aired. So I usually pull up Watch Wrestling and pull up a stream to watch SmackDown whenever I'm home to watch SmackDown, which most of the time is never. But every now and then, like this coming week, I'll be off on Friday night. We're going to be doing a stream. The Redneck Net. He just called TNN the Redneck Network and the Deliverance Channel. Yeah, they were prior to you being on there. Yeah, WWE, I believe, was still on TNN at this point. They would go back to USA later on in the year here in the fall of in October. Yeah, ECW got dumped hard, too, for WWE when they moved to TNN, which I always thought was such a weird move for them to make. Oh, my God. God. Even JBL's like, all right, this is fucking stupid. Oh, my God. That wasn't as bad as the one from their pay-per-view match, but it's close. Yikes. Oh, my God. And Big Frog Splash, he had such a good-looking one. Or just Splash, I should say. Yeah, I don't think this match can be over until we mash potato some brains in with a steel chair. I think we got to see that. Oh, I thought he was going for a destroyer. I'm like, no way. They weren't even a thing yet, I don't think, in 05. Well, yeah, they were, but you didn't see him 20 times in a match. Oh. To my knowledge, this is the only time Masato Tanaka has ever worked a match under a WWE umbrella. Telling you, Mike Awesome and Walter, that would have been a sight to behold. Oh, here we go. Here's the chairs. And Tanaka would just take them. He would take them. He wouldn't even put his hands up. See? Oh, God. Like you are shaving years off your life with each chair shot. Oh my god, a reverse tornado? Oh, that didn't look very good. I thought he was going to reverse tornado DDT him, and that would have been kind of impossible to pull off, I guess. Oh, there's a tornado on the chair. Again, I don't know who they put over here either. I'm assuming Awesome, but who knows? Oh! It's kind of a version of a concerto. It's a modified concerto, as Jim Ross would say. God, look at the cut on his shoulder from the table bump. Maybe Tanaka goes over. Nope. Yeah, when Tanaka came down on that table, the wood cut his shoulder to hell. Oh. Oh, that's cool. You just got in some 90s All Japan. For anyone who hasn't seen them, I highly recommend Masao vs. Kobashi matches and their match and Noah in 2003. Never seen that one. I remember when I got my first tape of death matches from Japan. This probably would have been 97 or 98. And I put it in, and it was real grainy video, and it was like 8 hours of like death matches. And some of that shit was crazy with the piranhas and everything. I'll never forget like my first look at some of that type of stuff. Oh, you broke the table, you dumbass. Get another one. There's like 20 under there. The table was not to his liking, yeah, because the... I forgot he was kind of the 70s gimmick in WCW. Oh, we saved that money. Joey Styles, like, you wouldn't do the same thing. You mean to tell me if WCW offered you $1 million, you wouldn't do it? I think you would. Oh, Tanaka took the brunt of that. JBL's enjoying this one. JBL, I hate to break it to you, but Mike Awesome's better than you. He's much better in the ring than you. Probably stronger than you, too. Yeah, at least it's not a Japanese table. There would be a fatality. They do have WWE tables underneath that ECW ring. Oh, I've never seen somebody take a bump on the already broken table before. God. That might be a first. I've never seen anybody get slammed on the already broke table. That's it. No, he kicked out. Kind of assumed that would be the finish. I think Tanaka, even when he dies, he'll just kick out of the grave. It's like, I'm back, bitches. Perkins, hello from Italy. Welcome. You just missed your family was here. The FBI. They wrestled in the earlier match. Maybe you knew him. Especially Tracy Smothers, who's born and raised. This match rules? Is that what they're saying? Yeah. Oh, he almost did it again. It's like they're just setting up for a spot. They're both winded as hell. God, don't do this again. God! Is this... I didn't know it was... I guess it was false count anywhere. I didn't know it was, but... Okay. Look at JBL's like, what? Nice by Mick Foley. That was a shout out to Jerry Lawler, who uttered that very same line when Undertaker pinned him into Hell in the Cell. Mercifully, this is over. Hello from Chicago. Chicago in the house and Italy. You know, D'Lo Brown, when he was European champion, he was sometimes from Helsinki, Illinois. Or no, he was from Chicago, Finland or something, I think he was. Well, Mick, he was already in WWE way after that 70s gimmick. He was he was like the first guy to turn up in the Invasion. I just liked him. I liked him simply as Awesome Mike Awesome. Like, that's all I needed from him. He was big and bad, and that dive was crazy. I wonder if that was a production assistant. During that of the attack on the referee, you could see a blonde-haired woman walking away in the Raw and SmackDown crew. Yeah, Dre, I said the same thing earlier. Like, RVD and Jerry Lynn on this show, they would have done it had RVD been or Jerry Lynn might have been in TNA at that point. I don't know, but RVD being healthy, if they would have put that on here, would have been awesome. Oh, this has got to be Heyman. Yes, Heyman's awesome. Who's this guy? Brock and Mike Awesome would have been great. There's Heyman, wearing a big-ass trench coat. It's probably quite crazy for him to walk down there like this. It's almost as if it's his Make-A-Wish and WWE's granting it. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. I recognize that black guy in the crowd, too. He kind of looks a little bit like Devon Dudley. He was in the front row of a lot of shows, too, of WWE. I forgot about him. You'd always see him everywhere. Well, before Heyman starts talking here. Thank you, Paul. He got less and less like raggedy. Near the end of WCW or ECW, you look like a homeless dude. So scruffy and greasy and unshowered. Haha, Slim, you've seen the State Farm commercial with B so many times since I got Peacock. I cannot watch an ad. I pay for everything possible. Anything that will make any platform not show me an ad, I will pay for it. I don't care how much it costs. I just despise ads. I apologize for any of you who have to watch them on my YouTube videos. Oh, me too. Makes two of us, Paul Heyman. Thought you looked familiar. Todd Gordon. I remember the big Todd Gordon mole story from the 90s when he was kind of accused of being a spy and funneling talent into WCW. Oh, yeah, him. I know him. Mike something. I forget his name. Heyman just said it, but I didn't hear it. That's awesome. Now, I don't know if Vladimir had remember seeing him at too many ECW shows. The other dudes were. Vlad seemed like more of a WWE guy. But I'm sure he was at some. Don't take the high road, Paul. Yeah, I am with him. Oh, good. They're all getting wasted up there. That is true. Ooh, Bischoff with the middle finger, yeah. That'll teach him. Hide your kids, hide your wives. It's Edge. God, he had so much heat back then, man. He was not liked. You screwed Matt. I was at a show in Raleigh around this time where Matt is from, and Lita was out there, and oh man, you're a whore chants were like instant the minute she came out there. It was crazy. Maven, what's going on with your eyebrows, bro? That was 3 words. That's actually kind of funny. Edge was good at being a prick, too. We want Matt. They should have had Matt come out for this. JBL. Good. I hate JBL so much. Which is totally true. God, I hate JBL so much. Don't you just want to strangle his stupid redneck, stupid fucking face and neck? Ugh. Well, it's on their dime, so it kind of is WWE. Yeah, exactly. Triple H is working Tuesdays now, ain't he? I got 2 words for you. Matt freaking Hardy. That's 3 words. That was funny. Yeah, but that's, you got to understand too, Connor, that that's kind of what they want here. Like the fans, you know, I was one of these people that remembered ECW, and like to get that back, I didn't necessarily, if I was in the crowd that night, I wouldn't have necessarily needed wall to wall wrestling. I need some promos and I need just some fun, you know, just fun to be back in that environment. So I can see why they mixed a lot of this in. All right, it's main event time. Now the Dudleys are on the way out too, correct? How long were they around past this? Feels like this was like their last match, or they're already gone by this point. I wish they would have had the glasses on. They should have put the glasses on. Unfortunately, we have to watch this really awesome dubbed Sandman entrance, which is going to be... I don't hate Baron Corbin, Daz. I only joke about hating Baron Corbin. I don't really, truly hate him. Or JBL just seems like an extremely unlikable person. Baron Corbin, I actually warming up to, because the more the fans, you know, tend to reject someone, the more I'm going to look at the other side of it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't trust the fans that much when they're that irrational, so I think that I should take a closer look. And usually when I do, I find that the fans are out of their minds. Baron Corbin can work. I don't like his face and music and voice and head any more than you guys do, but he can work. He has value. Roman turned it around. You know, maybe Corbin can one day too. Ugh. This is like this. Nah, this is like a Dollar Tree Alice in Chains. Oh my god. There's an ECW who he would come out to Man in the Box. Oh, this is terrible. I love that old shirt. It was kind of funny when Heyman, you said WWE owned WCW. When Heyman goes, this isn't WCW, this isn't WWE. I'm like, actually, it's all 3. Because they own it all. Who's that in the front row? Missy Hyatt? Carlito. I mentioned this earlier on when we first started, that they did this and pulled this one night standoff so well that around the same time they could have done a Nitro. They could have done a WCW Nitro, like old school Nitro set, like the first one, the old music and intro, and there was a lot of guys still available and around, and some of them in the ring, that you could have actually done it. But that window's closed now. You could never do a throwback Nitro show now. But they still had time in 2005, and the door was not closed yet, but they didn't do it. They just had a better relationship with ECW than they did WCW. So they felt like going through this to help them, and they wouldn't do the same for WCW. Look at that crowd. All cheering this crackhead. And don't forget, he sold out too. He went to WCW as Hack. A guy like that should probably never ever get a contract like he got, and he did. Because back then, there's still the wars going on. WCW's trying to grab people that WWE couldn't get, and they brought him in. I mean, everybody that was ever on top of that company left and took the money. Taz did. So did Sandman. So did Raven. Bam Bam. Taz. Shane Douglas. They all left. I wish I could hear Metallica. Fans are all singing. It looks so ridiculous with this dub music. The fans are singing. You can't hear anything they're saying. So ridiculous. I'm like, what would it have cost WWE to have this song on here? Damn, they are just sitting on those balconies. Is that safe? That guy in the Steiner mask is straddling it. Or the Steiner gear. Yeah, New Jack was a guy WWE wasn't going to be bringing in. Drink that Miller Lite. Look at the size of his beer gut. Jesus. God, he's got a big gut. God, can we turn this shitty music off, please, and just get to the match? Help me out with the next year. Why do I remember Mick Foley in a match? It was the next year, I guess, in 06? Probably right after that crazy match he had. Hey, is that C.W. Anderson? It is. I don't know who she is, but I like her. Right on, Sandman. Joey Styles goes, wow. Oh, she's going to get one too. Is that Elektra? It is Elektra. It didn't even look like her. Oh, that next to C.W. Anderson is not Doring, but he's related to Taz. I forget his name. I'll remember it in a minute. It's like Taz's cousin or something. God, JBL. Totally for kids. Exactly. Chris Chetty. Thank you. That's who it is. Yeah, they were gone 4.5 years by this point. That's crazy. All right. Mercifully, that song is over. That's right. Edge and Foley versus Funk and Dreamer. No shit. Okay. All right. I didn't remember that. Holy shit. Huh. Edge and Foley teaming up just a couple months after that crazy-ass match. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. This is BWO. I remember this music. God, Nova, Richards, Big Stevie Cool. Hey, they were in the Manhattan Center on Raw in '97. I'll never forget Vince McMahon, so in his own universe, refusing to acknowledge NWO or WCW, and he says on commentary, he says the BWO, not to be confused with the clothing line NWO. Basically acknowledging that, yeah, you can't ignore all the NWO shirts in the crowd, but it's just a clothing line. And he wouldn't even say, like, that was the same night that Heyman was on commentary with Vince, and Vince, even on commentary a second time, refers to them as a ripoff, and then Heyman's like, who and what are they ripping off? And Vince, like, would not say it. He just couldn't do it, no matter what. He didn't have it inside him to ever say the initials of another wrestling company, no matter what. He was kind of forced into it. The night after Hell in the Cell, sort of on Raw, he sort of kind of acknowledged a little bit with the help of Lawler, but he just couldn't bring himself to do it. Stubborn as motherfucker could be. Clothing line, whatever, Vince. Okay, so is this before or after Simon Dean? Or was this all at the same time that Nova was doing that? I don't remember. Help me. When was Simon Dean? Where's Simon Diamond? Anyway, he could have probably came in. We're taking over. The BWO. Oh, Super Kick the Sandman. This is extracurricular fun. Who's this in here now? Kid Cash. Huh. Oh, Balls probably comes out. And Axel. Balls and Axel both. That's guy. I forgot all about this. No, another knockoff fucking song. This is not AC/DC, but it's close enough. Now on the real version, I gotta check I have it. Do they use the ACD or do they AC/DC or do they just do that? Oh, Balls. Forgot what year he passed away. And Axel's dead too. God, I mean, Axel Rotten just looks like the most unhealthy motherfucker that has ever lived. Oh, did he mention Simon Dean? That's funny. And we still got all that shit to do at the end when Austin comes out there and everybody gets in the ring, and that's when there's the brawl and stuff. There's still a lot. How much time we got? All right, we got about 30 minutes left. Damn. Was he in TNA at this time? Is that why Joey Styles said that? Kid Cash, he never really exploded much either, but I remember at the time, man, he had that reputation. He was similar like Teddy Hart, where it's like, this guy could be the next fucking thing. Except Teddy Hart was a bigger piece of shit than JBL is. And that's hard to do. Congratulations, Teddy Hart. You're a bigger piece of shit than JBL. Like, a lot bigger. Like, JBL's a choir boy compared to you. So if you're listening, I don't like you, Teddy Hart. Oh, cheese grater. God. Bubba, look at the guns on Bubba. He wasn't that buff yet. He'd get better buff. He'd get Mo buff by the time he got to TNA. Jesus. And that's just made out of like soft aluminum, but still, goddamn. Oh, I would not want to be hit with one of these things. Oh my God. Did he really do it? Oh God. I can't even watch that shit. Oh my God. He just whoosh, right across the fucking. Oh. Cheese graters freak me out. I don't like them. Oh my God, Bubba just rubbing his blood all over his own face. God. So what do you want to do tonight? You want to put a cheese grater across my forehead? Cool. Somebody's got to go make a cheese grater run. We don't have one just laying around. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. Ow. Oh, I'm glad they were grinding it the wrong way. I wasn't looking that closely. I thought that was fucking hard way. You know, I just watched that Treasure. There's a new Treasure show coming out. I think, or the one that they had with Mick Foley on there. And they came across the baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire that they used at the Royal Rumble 2000. But what's funny about that is they used two. Mick Foley took the bumps with the real barbed wire, and then he brings out the bat first, and then like Triple H counters, gains control of the bat, hits Mick Foley with the barbed wire, and even when he's pulling it off Foley's shirt, the barbed wire, oh, they're doing the grater again. The barbed wire is like sticking to Foley's shirt, and it's unraveling off of the baseball bat. Well, then they go to the outside of the ring by the Spanish announce table where Hugo Saminovich and Colon are, or Carlos Cabrera are, and they do a spot behind there where the bat goes flying over there, and they basically they had another bat under the table that they swapped out. And then when he pulled it up, you could tell it was all perfectly wrapped and wound. It even looked a little different, the wiring, and it was because it was fake. So Triple H could take the fake barbed wire, and Mick Foley could take the real barbed wire. How fucked up is that? And it's still one of the greatest matches, one of my favorite, more hardcore, violent matches of all time, but they cheated, and that was a little bit silly. And Triple H didn't take he didn't take real razor wire like Foley did. Doink. Those cookie sheets are ridiculous, too, because they're just made out of... I think they're like the little disposable ones you can buy at the grocery store. Just the aluminum foil. Just a little stronger like aluminum foil. Definitely not the stainless steel that some of those things are actually made out of. I work in a restaurant. Those hotel pans and stuff, if you actually hit somebody with them, it's not going to bend that way. Oh, fucking. ECW is what it should be called. I love the warehouse show. What are you talking about? I've put that thing over like 10 times. I think that's so great. I don't care that it's staged as fuck. It's awesome to see that stuff. I loved seeing them track down the Unabomb stuff and the Kane mask and the urn and the Mankind outfit. It's fucking awesome. I can maybe understand a younger fan not giving a shit, but for someone like me, it's very cool to see that stuff. I love the show. Oh, Devon hits Bubba. I love that they went back to calling it the Singapore Cane. ECW is the one that I never saw a kendo stick ever in a ring until that kid got caned in like 94 or 95 in Singapore. It was a big deal on the news. It was like Elian Gonzalez. It was like the same shit. It was that type of news domination. And ECW then started having Singapore cane matches and stuff. So I just think it's cool that Styles is still referring to it as a Singapore cane. Oh, Lance Storm is in. And he's got a disco ball of barbed wire. Paraphernalia, as Mick calls it. Yeah, that's what it is, Mick. It's paraphernalia. Tombstone on the paraphernalia. Oh. You landed right on your knees there, Justin. Oh, Francine. Look how good she looks. Oh, kick to the nuts, a dreamer. Is Beulah going to come out there and attack her? Of course she is. I can hear the crowd chanting or cheering already. Yeah, there she is. I see her. About to say, Beulah's got to show up. Beulah and Francine. You had Sonny and Sable, and then you had Beulah and Francine. Which was way better. Not fond of each other. I love it. Oh, don't super kick Beulah. Oh, good. Thank God. I don't know much about Beulah's personal life. Oh, she's got to give him a hug? That's gross. I wonder why we never saw more of her. I always liked Beulah. God, her hair is just soaked in blood. She doesn't care. She tried to pin Bubba. It was a botched DDT, but... Yeah, she just was essentially just out of the business for a while. I don't know why. I've never really learned much about her. But I loved her back in ECW. She was one of my favorite women in Rev Wrestling at that time. Oh, Devon. Psh, that's all right. Devon, you can survive that. Us white guys might not be so lucky, but you're going to be fine. I love that they just have 48 tables under there. Because why wouldn't you? Oh, no shit. Beulah's on Twitter? Is Beulah Tommy's shoot wife? I didn't think she was. Maybe she is. Shit. They're even chanting "Light the table on fire." Sandman still kicks out of this. That cookie sheet flying off of Bubba's head was hilarious. Just a great camera angle on that. Alcohol and adrenaline. Well, he's going to have thin blood if he's drunk. Oh, now this has got to be the one you light on fire. Sooner or later, you can run out of tables. Okay, I guess I had forgotten that. Oh, Spike. LSD. Little Spike Dudley in the house. Hit that acid drop on someone. LSD. LSD. Yeah, when he got to WWE, they didn't call his finisher the acid drop. It was the Dudley Dog. Probably spelled with a D-A-W-G, just to be edgy. Yes, you can. You can use lighter fluid on a pay-per-view, Mick. Do you not remember Royal Rumble 98? Or anything you have been involved in? Or like you would be involved in next year? Okay, that's enough, Bubba. Yeah, Mick, get a glimpse of your future at next year's WrestleMania. Oh. I think that's our thumbnail here. I love he's shaking. Hogan would sell like that when he would take a big bump. He would quiver. And that's the end of that. The Dudleys win. At least Spike wore the glasses. No, Ryan, I did not watch the Dudes with Attitudes yet, but I will. I was gonna. It was either before the pay-per-view or before this watch-along. I had the choice of either watching that or the Pillman, Part 1, Dark Side of the Ring. I chose Pillman. So I'll be checking out the Two Dudes very soon. Oh, they got Beulah. You know, Curtis Axel would use her last name, right? Wouldn't he something McGillicuddy and in NXT or whatever? Maybe they're related. Screw the beer. It's like, I think I know somebody can help you out with that. This is kind of cool that Austin showed up. Damn. Sucks for Austin has to be in the same ring with this fucking mess of a human, Sandman. Give me a beer. I think at one point, I remember this in the pay-per-view, Sandman keeps screaming that shit, and Austin's like, all right, dude, hold on. Let me get you a beer. Fucking chill. You know, I've always been a big Christian fan, but I didn't know that he wore his collar up at this pay-per-view. So, no longer a fan. Yeah, Christian, I hope you don't do anything in AEW. I didn't know you wore your collar up. That changes everything. Yeah. Beer bash. Yeah, he's like, shut up, Sandman. There's Whip, Dicky Shitbrick, Super Crazy, Ted Jerry, BWO, Al Snow, FBI. Oh, Roadkill I see coming out there. Did he work a dark match or something? They should have had Roadkill on a match. I mean, Danny Doring might have been there too. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's him right there, getting in the ring. Masato Tanaka still standing. Don't know how. Christian, put your collar down before I block you on Twitter. Chris Jetty's in there. Oh, yeah, CW and Jetty got in. Tracy. Austin, you're in the... Austin and Mikey Whipwreck in the ring together again. Who would have thought? That's crazy. I don't see... Is Mike Awesome in there? I don't see Mike Awesome. Yeah, he doesn't seem to... I don't see Mike Awesome out there. He's probably best not for him to be there. Look at Bubba hugging Ray. Did you see that? Johnny Swinger. Calamity. God, Blue Meanie's sexy, isn't he? Whew. Hot. Your little yellow tie. Yeah, Austin's wearing a faded XFL jersey. Look at that number 1, all busted. He used to wear that shit all the time. He's gonna sit right there? You gold medal son of a bitch. Oh, you're going to do that, Steve? I would rather see that, actually. I like how they come now. And what's up with Maven wearing his shit's all short? It's a good thing. Otherwise, you guys all be slapped. It's a good thing they listened to Austin. I'm not sure about the year on longest yard. That sounds about right. I like that Coach is there. Yeah, it's quite the standoff here. I'm probably going to be fixated on JBL the whole time, just watching him. Just teeing off on Blue Meanie like that. Look at him, and he's trying to get over there to his side. Look at that. He's like purposely targeting him. What a dick. Taz and Kurt Angle, man, from way back. Taz was pretty much out of the ring by this point. He's gotten really big. It's funny how Taz gave Kurt Angle his first loss, but if that match were to happen now, Kurt would eat his lunch. Bischoff's on commentary? That's hilarious. Here we go. There's JBL going after. Ooh. Damn, JBL is laying him in. Oh, the Taz mission on Kurt. God, look at all that blood on JBL's shirt. I didn't realize Benoit was out there too. I mean, assuming, I think the ECW guys dismantled the other, they powder out, right? Okay, guys going through tables. Snitsky, I think, went through something. CW Anderson's in there fighting. That's hilarious. I see Al Snow talking to Meanie there. He's probably that motherfucker. God, look at Blue Meanie's face. Jesus. That just pisses me off so much. Bradshaw's such a piece of shit. He is just such a piece of shit. Why didn't Bubba tag him? Oh, yeah. JBL had to pay for this. He had to put Blue Meanie over on TV, and he ate a receipt from hell by Stevie Richards. But still, it's not enough. I love that Austin puts the cowboy hat on. Hmm. Damn, what are they behind the curtain calling this shit? I didn't even realize where the announce table was. It was back there. Like they didn't even get a clear shot of the ring from where they were sitting. That's crazy. Yeah, it was weird. I got blocked by JBL along with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler at the same time. So it made me think that they saw something I said and did it together. I don't give a shit. I don't like any of the three of them. So I don't get blocked by many people. I'm not running around on Twitter like seeking out insults to people. So I don't know what the fuck, but good. Fuck them. I don't like them. Bischoff, I do like. Oh, no. Bischoff's in no man's land. Now, if this very same scenario would have happened in, like, let's say 1996 or 1997, God, look at the blue meanie. It would have been a totally different story. 3D to Eric. Where's Chris Benoit at? Diving. Oh, Austin's just calling out moves. Headbutt to Bischoff? Sure. Kill this son of a bitch. I never noticed that before. Hey, Benoit, kill this son of a bitch. He literally just said that. That's spooky. That's really spooky. Hmm. I don't think you can, Austin. Look at Whipwreck and Austin next to each other. So cool. Hmm. Wrong answer. What do they do with him? Oh, he's going to give him a stunner. Good. Let's drink some goddamn beer. I already did that, Austin. I had a couple. And there goes Bischoff. Dudley boys would be leaving too. Joey Styles is having a great time. Damn, they take him all the way out? He already got thrown in the trash like a year later by Vince. That's all they do? They just put him on that truck? Oh, let me turn down the bodies so I don't get any music match shit. The bodies are hitting the floor. Pay-per-view is wrapping up. I think there's like 30 seconds left in the show, and that is a wrap on ECW One Night Stand. Man, crazy. Al Snow is giving Head some beer. That was good. See what made that show so great was just like the fan energy and stuff. Like they were just eating all that shit up. You could do no wrong for that crowd that night. That was good stuff. All right. That is a wrap on One Night Stand. They shut that off so nothing else comes on. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching that again. We got to start coming up with ideas for the next one. Next week. Oh, yeah, there might not be. Oh, there might be a watch along. I'm not sure what's happening next Sunday because it's Mother's Day and I'm working. It's going to be difficult for me to get home in time to do one unless I pushed it an hour later, but that might be tough on Sundays. Let me think about it, figure out what's going on this week, and we can try to squeeze one in next Sunday if we can. If not, the week after that, I believe, is Backlash, so we'll be doing a review there. So the next one will be the Sunday after that. But I might still be able to work out something for next Sunday, 1 week from today. So we'll talk more about that this week because you're going to see me tomorrow, and then I'll give you some more details on what the rest of the week is you have in store for podcasts, because I'm going to be up on Friday, and there's a chance I'll be up after Blood and Guts on Wednesday after Dynamite to do a review there too. I'm just not sure if I can confirm that with you yet. But anywho, all in all, this is a really fun Sunday. Thanks again for hanging out tonight and watching this one. It was a blast, and we'll be up here to do more very, very soon. Thanks again to all you guys for being here tonight. It was fun doing these, and there's many, many, many more to come. So y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll see you tomorrow night.